Ukraine has, I believe still today, the second lowest GDP per capita in Europe. This is crazy because it should be a wealthy country. If you look at the size of the country, the agriculture, the industry, the natural resources, the human capital, and the talent in Ukraine, it should be a wealthy country. There's nothing that should stop Ukraine from being a wealthy country. People talk about corruption in Ukraine as a problem. And yes, corruption in Ukraine is a problem. But in my view, it's a symptom more than a cause. It's a symptom of a bigger problem. And the bigger problem is a political economic structure where too few people own too much of everything. And it gives them enormous economic power, and that economic power is then used for political power and influence over judiciary, over the RADA, over law enforcement, over civil administration. It's just inevitable. And so corruption then is more of a means rather than the issue itself.
Kurt, coming back a little bit to the United States. Recently, there were sanctions introduced against Colomойський. So what's your view on this? And do you expect that the next steps, the follow-ups, needs to come from Ukrainian side, or there should be follow-up from United States side?
I think there will also be an expectation that Ukraine will also do its part in investigating and pursuing where there are criminal activities in Ukraine. And it's no secret that one of the issues that has been dealt with is the Приватбанk, which had basically been looted of billions of dollars of depositors' money. And then it was the Ukrainian budget, and because the IMF was supporting the Ukrainian budget, it's even US taxpayer money that went to bail out the Приватбанk. And I think that's an example where there's an expectation that Ukraine will stay on track, having nationalized the bank, and keep it from paying any compensation or being restored to the previous owners, and investigating what actually happened.